Speaking of leadership candidates, we have a new Attorney General in Ontario under Premier Doug Ford. It's Caroline Mulroney. She was a leadership candidate, rookie MPP, first time, elected from the riding of York Simcoe. Like Doug Ford, comes from a political family. Of course, she's the daughter of former Prime Minister Brian Mulroney, but...
And I thought you were going to start referencing Ben Mulroney as the political side of the family.
No, although is it his wife that's friends with Meghan Markle?
Yeah,
Is it? Okay.
yeah.
But we digress. So in a move that's not really surprising, I mean, I think we expected Caroline Mulroney to get something significant.
Absolutely.
She did show well in the leadership process. She does have people in the PC party that are supporters of hers. But again, you see, this is another York Region senior cabinet minister, like Christine Elliott, like Peter Bethlenfalvy. Like, York Region did really well. Michael Tobolo, who's another minister, is from York Region. So having said all of that, what can we say about Caroline Mulroney? We learned a little bit about her during the leadership.
Yeah, certainly. I think there's a lot of anticipation about her as Attorney General, and it's a really good portfolio for her. It's an important portfolio. We know that one of the first things that she'll be charged with is taking on the federal government with respect to the carbon tax. Good luck on that front. Doesn't seem, from analysis I've seen, that that's a particularly winning battle, but certainly one that will be undertaken, and that's going to be her first major piece that she'll be working on. But it's also one that's high profile, but will give her an opportunity to grow and have good profile as well. So it's a good I certainly think a good appointment for her. Obviously, the background that we've seen, there's both a legal background, there's a business background. Obviously very accomplished in both. So certainly a lot of high things are expected of Caroline Mulroney, and certainly by putting her in the Attorney General's office from the start, giving her a good opportunity to accomplish those.
We don't want to neglect the fact that she's also been named the Minister responsible for Francophone Affairs, which is not an insignificant job in the province of Ontario. So yes, I guess we're going to court with the federal government over carbon taxes. I would only remind people that regardless of where you sit on the carbon tax issue, they campaigned on this, getting rid of it, and they won.
It was clear what they intended to do. Yeah. So it's no one can argue that they were caught unaware.
This is right. Now, so the Ford government has already begun to dismantle the cap and trade system. So for those who are not as close to it, the federal government said to provinces, either put in a carbon pricing regime or we will put one in. The Ford government is saying we're doing away with the cap and trade system that the Wynne government had put in, and we will fight the federal government if they try to put one in Ontario because we don't want one. And I think, is it Saskatchewan is of a similar mind? Well,
Saskatchewan's of a similar mind. So is Jason Kenney in Alberta, although he's not in power in Alberta. And in Manitoba as well, they had indicated an aversion to the federal carbon tax situation, but they've decided that it was not a winning proposition, and so they're moving along with it.
All right, so Caroline Mulroney, Minister, we wish you well in your new role as Attorney General. Just should throw in too that, as well as court things, the Attorney General also regulates a number of professions.
Absolutely.
In this province, and we've had dealings with that ministry before on behalf of certain not health professionals that are regulated through MAG. So there you have it. Your new Attorney General is Caroline Mulroney.